Welcome back to the digital studio here at Up North Live. I'm Nicole Long, joined by meteorologist Trevor Roubadeaux. We're going to give you guys another quick update to what the weather's looking like. I know the weekend's coming to an end, so I'm sure people are interested in what their workday is going to look like, especially now that we're going to be getting maybe some lake effect snow in some places. So, Trevor, I'm going to hand it over to you. You have the floor.
That's right. We are going to get more lake effect snow. That's not going to stop anytime soon, at least not with the cooler temperatures going over the relatively warm lakes with so little ice cover. We are seeing a lot of free real estate lake effect snow that's going to enter our region. Now, the question, or not the question, but the main weather story is that the lake effect snow is going to end up in a different spot from where it has been the last couple of days, especially yesterday and today. Many areas in the northwest snow belts. We're talking Mansalona, Kalkaska, Gaylord, Grayling, Boyne Falls, Boyne City, Bel Air. All the works have been getting so much snow recently. But that lake effect snow is going to swap where exactly it's coming from. So overnight going into tomorrow morning, that lake effect snow is going to swap out of the west-southwest, and we'll get a different lineup of snow. And I'll show you that here. I'm going to share my screen here, as I always do. Share screen. Here we go. I'm going to pull up the Stormcast here just to show you what we're seeing in these short terms. So again, that northwest wind brought us a lot of lake effect snow showers in the eastern upper and the northwest snowbelt region today and yesterday. But as you progress overnight, I'm going to zoom forward to about midnight here, a little bit past midnight. That wind is going to swap to more out of the west instead of the northwest. And what that's going to do, at least for the meantime, is, first of all, it's going to cut off pretty much all lake effect snow showers that happen in the eastern upper. At most, there might be some overnight happening in Whitefish Point. They might still get quite a bit in the eastern upper, but overnight, a lot of that lake effect snow, a lot of those lake effect snow showers in the eastern upper should stop because they won't be getting that wind off the lake anymore because everything west of the eastern upper is just land going over to Wisconsin. And then as we continue into the morning, that west wind is going to become more. It's going to add a little bit of a southerly component to it and give us what we call a west-southwest, which means it'll be mostly from the west, but still a little bit from the south as well, kind of at a steep. Kind of like a steep angle. And when that happens, the snow will completely stop in the eastern upper. And now we can see here, we're looking at the Stormcast in the morning and throughout the afternoon. The majority of those snow showers are going to be in the mid for a good majority of tomorrow, actually the entirety of tomorrow, when we get that west-southwest wind to kick in. So parts of Charlevoix County and pretty much the entirety of Emmett County into northern Sheboygan and along the straits, St. Ignace and Drummond Island will be the areas that get the majority of our snow tomorrow. Now, on Stormcast, it doesn't look like it seems to plot out that we won't get any snow on the western shorelines anymore. I don't think that's the case. I definitely think we're still going to get some light snow in flurries that could pile up over time on the western shoreline, maybe at most a couple inches, maybe 3 in some areas, but the majority of our snow is going to be along the mid tomorrow. And I'll show you that here on the snowfall forecast. This is, again, what we're seeing. So as we go forward to tomorrow morning, right around 7 o'clock when you're waking up tomorrow morning, for those who do go to work, I don't know how many people have off for MLK Day, but if you're getting up at 7 o'clock and preparing for work in the morning, you see there's the intense snow band there near Petoskey into parts of Sheboygan and Presque County. That's going to happen overnight, and everyone else again along the western shorelines and parts of Whitefish Point and northern eastern upper, maybe an inch or less. And then as we progress throughout the remainder of the day, I'm going to zoom forward all the way to the end of Monday. This is midnight tomorrow night going into Tuesday. Petoskey, Pellston, Sheboygan, maybe 6, 7 inches or even more, locally more in some spots tomorrow. And Boyne Falls again as well. Parts of Antrim and Charlevoix counties also getting that deep snow tomorrow. So that's where the majority of our snow is going to be. And again, everywhere else, you can see here on the western shoreline, maybe a couple inches or less, maybe just a little bit more in some areas where we get some heavy unexpected snow bands. But for the most part, all of our snow is going to be up north along the mid and along the straits tomorrow. And that's going to be the case for snow. And beyond that, I'm going to stop sharing my screen here. Beyond that, the only real weather story is just the fact that again, with the cooler temperatures, and we're expecting wind pretty much all week. Like we've had gusty conditions today. We had gusty conditions yesterday. We're expecting those gusty conditions all weekend with temperatures going down into the single digits in some areas by Tuesday. We're expecting far below 0 degree feels like temperatures. So really buckle up because below zero wind chills, you could get frostbite in less than half an hour to unexposed skin, especially where there's not a lot of blood flow in like fingers or toes, nose, ears. Frostbite can ensue very quickly if you're not bundled up. So just make sure you're preparing for that. Otherwise, that's pretty much the weather story here in northern Michigan.
Yeah, and then we do have a comment. Susan says in the north end of Kalkaska, they've been getting hit hard with snow and wind.
Yep, I believe it. Yeah, especially as of right now, because we're in the process of. I'm going to present my screen again here to show the radar. We're in the process of changing the wind direction. Right now in the northern lower, it looks like it's mostly out of the west over the lake. So I'm going to show radar here. So this is what we're seeing right now. So again, when we have the western wind off of the lake, parts of the northwest snowbelt region, so parts of Antrim County, Charlevoix County, and again, northern Kalkaska, as you had mentioned, you can expect a lot of snow in cases like that, in cases like this where you have a western wind and up towards Petoskey and parts of Sheboygan as well. But what I can tell you is that as you progress overnight into tomorrow morning with that wind becoming more west-southwest, you should see a momentary end to heavy snow. Now, some flurries and isolated snow showers are still going to be possible, but nothing like you've been having the past couple of days. You should get what I would call a break from the snow in northern Kalkaska tomorrow.
All right. I don't see any other questions, and I think, the three big things that you usually do for, looking ahead to your week is wind, scattered snow showers, and I don't know what a third one would be.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say that winter weather advisory precautions will need to be taken for people along the mid. So all the winter weather stuff that we had in the northwest snowbelt today and yesterday, that includes, very gusting, blowing and drifting snow, near whiteout conditions in areas, significantly reduced visibility. I would expect that for a good majority of people along the mid tomorrow. Depending on exactly where those heavy snow bands set up, you could see heavy snow at times and more light snow at times. But for the most part, I would expect people up north near the Mackinac Bridge and surrounding areas to get a lot of snow tomorrow.
All right. Well, thank you, Trevor, for breaking all that down. And I think we should probably get ready for the Lions game going on. I know.
Yeah, I can see it's on the TV behind me. Some people might be
watching it.
I noticed that when we turned on. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you also want to get to that Lions game, so we'll end it here. Thank you for tuning in tonight, and we will probably see you after the game or later tonight at 11, depending on what time you choose to watch our show. But thank you, Trevor, for breaking all that down, and I will let you go.